Community members continue to react to this past weekend's violence. Myrtle Beach police continue to investigate, and the community still have concerns. Welcome back at 7:30 now. You're watching Fox Morning News. I'm Libba Holland. The Lake City Airport Commission has already generated next on News 13 and all-girls weather trivia. Just what I was looking for, maybe. Thank you for joining us for Fox Morning News to start off your work week and your first week of June. A bill that could create hundreds of jobs in South Carolina now only needs Governor Haley's signature. First up this morning, a developing story from overnight. Myrtle Beach police continue to investigate a shooting that injured 2 people last night. It happened at the Wave Rider Resort near 16th Avenue South around 10 o'clock. Officers say they found a male and female victim with gunshot wounds when they arrived to the scene. Officers say one of the victims had surgery at a local hospital. The moments surrounding the shooting was caught on tape. Now we have the video, but before we show you the footage, we want to warn you what you're about to see might be disturbing. Mayor John Rhodes says that it will be an ongoing process and the city will work with different agencies to help bring in more police force.
Fox Morning News.
Believe it or not, it is Wednesday, middle of the work week, and it might be a short one for you with the holiday just this past weekend, but it's Wednesday, May 28th, just after 7 o'clock, a live look outside at Myrtle Beach right now. Good morning to you. Thanks so much for joining us for Fox Morning News. I'm Libba Holland. Up first on Fox this morning, thanks so much for joining us at 5 o'clock on your hump day. I'm Libba Holland.
Morning, I'm Rusty Ray.
This is one of those that must go fast enough that you have to lie back, or you'll be forced back. One News 13 reporter had kind of an interesting evening. After driving more than 6 miles along Highway 17, News 13's AJ Janavel found a kitten inside his news car. The kitten had stowed away.
News 13 This Morning.
All right, it's Thursday already.
Wow, that's pretty, isn't it?
Yeah, it's getting there. Yeah.
It's getting there. Sun's starting to come up. Good morning to you. Thanks so much for joining us on your May 29th at 6 o'clock now. I'm Libba Holland.
Good morning, I'm Rusty Ray. 42 VA hospitals are now under investigation after reports of long wait times and preventable deaths have come to light.
An interim report shows inappropriate scheduling may be just part of the problem at hospitals nationwide. Susan McGinnis is on Capitol Hill, where the pressure is on for the man in charge of the VA to step down. This story is new this morning. The Inspector General's office will now review charts and autopsies to see if wait times contributed to any deaths. The full investigation is expected to be completed later this summer. About 200 outside support officers worked in Horry County for the weekend. At its highest level in past years, though, city officials say there were about 325 to 350 support officers from outside agencies. Myrtle Beach City Manager Tom Leith says the recession hit the ranks of outside agencies who supply officers in recent years. Since then, the support went down, but Leith says it's not from a lack of trying.
There have been requests.
Leith says city officials will request city's supplied officers focus more in Myrtle Beach as opposed to areas along the Grand Strand where incidents aren't as high. Video that may be connected to the past weekend's violence in Myrtle Beach went viral.
Somebody shot this video and posted it on Facebook.
Some business owners say the weekend violence impacted their bottom line and left them doing damage control. Juliana Perez at the Gazebo Inn says her guests, about 70% of them repeat visitors, were caught in the middle of it all. The spokesperson for the Myrtle Beach Area Chamber of Commerce says the group doesn't have plans right now to hire an outside firm to help get the area's image back on track. The chamber will do that internally. Meanwhile, Perez says what happened this past weekend is not the real Myrtle Beach. Perez says guests caused a lot of room damage over the weekend. She also says she'll have to pay about $4,000 to replace linens that had to be thrown out. In one instance, she says weapons were flashed and she was shoved inside an elevator.
Florence School District 2 launched an investigation last year after somebody discovered possible grade tampering.
Hannah Pamplico High School officials say they can't determine who changed the grades, so they simply invalidated them. But some parents still have questions. News 13's Matt Petrillo investigates.
News 13.
News 13 reached out to State Superintendent of Education, Dr. Mick Zais, for comment. He said, quote, "We take allegations of grading irregularities seriously, but since districts establish their own computer use policies along with student and teacher discipline, it's up to local districts to ensure the integrity of their grading systems and student data," end quote.
10 minutes after 6, next on News 13, NSA leaker Edward Snowden sat down for his first U.S. TV interview.
Hear his side of the story and why he feels he's a patriot, not a traitor.
Another outer space science question.
Yeah, Hannah Murphy from Ocean Bay Elementary. She's in 3rd grade and she wants to know, will water float in space?
That's a good question. I don't know. I've never been to space. So I spoke with Dr. Louis Rubo. I don't know if he's been in space, but he's a professor of astronomy from CCU. And he says water doesn't so much float per se, but it clumps together and just kind of keeps its form. In 1996, this is video here of this, an astronaut shot video of an experiment in 0 gravity. He popped 50 water balloons while on a 4-day mission at Glenn Research Center, and he used balloons of all shapes and sizes and different colored waters and liquids. There's so much that goes into answering these space-type questions.
Well, you're doing a good job finding it.
Trying to find the answer for you. So if your kid has a question, send it to us.
Please. It doesn't have to be about space. It can be about almost anything. Almost. How about 3 things you need to know on your Thursday? A lot of people upset about this.
Yeah, and it's just sad that it's taken this to finally get attention to it, you know?
That's right.
Video that may be connected to the past weekend's violence in Myrtle Beach went viral. We have this video, also another video that police released. You can go to WBTW.com to check that out. Basically, these are surfacing about what happened, and if you have any information, call police.
It's also proof that a lot of people may have seen this happen. They're seeing these videos coming out on social media. So if
News 13's Libba Holland joins us now from near where the fire started with today's top.
Just to kind of bring everyone up to speed on what's going on here behind me, this is, what used to be the Windsor Green condo complex right here behind me. And what's going on is search and rescue crews are out here just searching through all of the debris from the wildfire. There are multiple units on ground and in these vehicles searching through the debris, and there are many different agencies out here from all over Horry County. I'll let you take a look at some of the video from over the weekend. What they're looking for out here with these search and rescue crews, they're looking for potential victims and also potential property. And what they're going to do with the property that they find, they'll sort it all by apartment building, and then they'll let people come and sort through much later on. So the problem here is that there are so many homes or so many units involved in this that there's so much that they have to sort through to really account for everything and everyone. And they do have police on site 24/7 on our website, WBTW.com. And Nicole, what's really great, if there's a silver lining to all of this, it's how the community is coming together to really support all of the victims of this fire. The Red Cross is, of course, helping out dramatically, and there are many other groups that are working to help these victims. So for more on that, we'll send it back to you, Nicole, in the studio. For now, we're reporting live in Carolina Forest. I'm Libba Holland, News 13. But this weekend, this garage will have a different kind of tune-up.
Most everything we have during rally is break fix. People have broken their bike or they've had a flat tire.
Doug Starks heads up the shop's service department. He stayed busy during the fall rally, and he expects big crowds for this coming week, especially after a harsh winter.
You get a lot of people that have not had their bike out of winterization very long. So you have a lot of those that just won't start once they get here.
Riders should start preparing for spring a season ahead.
Bikes don't like cold weather and they don't like to sit.
He says the only thing you can do at this point is get the bike to a shop as soon as you notice a problem. He'll work 8 to 8 all rally long and quickly.
Everyone is waiting. Everyone wants to get out on the road and enjoy the rally, and they want their bike running, not sitting on my lot.
He says expect to wait an average of about 2 to 3 hours for a repair, but he hopes that once you do hit the road, your Harley runs just like his.
Pretty simple, it runs good, and it's reliable.